Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have a fun Valentine's Day themed card to share with you today. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's Build-A-Booth Valentine add-ons, their XOXO stamp set, their Valentine embellishment clusters, their photo frame dies, their gnome dies, their gnome dies Valentine add-ons, their card mat die, and I am using Doodlebug's Lots of Love 6-inch and 12-inch, the plaid polka dot, the P13 stamping pad skin tones. And I did put together that little gnome ahead of time on an assembly video. So first I have a piece of pattern paper from the Lots of Love 12-inch pad, and I cut out the card mat dies from that paper. And I'm going to add that to a layer of pure poppy cardstock from Papertrey, and that is cut 1/8 of an inch larger. So it would be like 4 1/8 by whatever. I'm not American. So I kind of straddle both worlds between centimeters and inches. So when it comes to certain funky measurements, just know that that's 1/8 of an inch larger than the card mat die, right? And the card mat die is 4 by 5 1/4 inches is what it measures. Okay, so next I'm going to add that to an A2 sized card made out of Papertrey white cardstock cut at 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches. You'll notice there's an ink blended background on that I didn't center, but I kept the card and I knew I could cover it up and use it later. So, keep those mistakes. Don't throw out your stuff. Okay, so there we go. So now I have a card base all set up. I'm still using that adhesive eraser, which is really handy for ATG tape. Okay, so next I cut out the photo frame die out of that plaid polka dot from Doodlebug in red, and then I'm adding the word kisses. I'm going to cut kisses out of it, and that is from the Valentine add-ons, the Gnome Dies Valentine add-ons set, or the Build-A-Booth Valentine add-ons. Sorry, guys. And now I'm going to add some double-sided tape to the back of it, some score tape. And then I'm going to add the letters that I cut out of white glitter cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. There they are. And I'm going to add those inside. Now, I could have put a strip of it behind there, but I really like the look of the inlaid look on this photo frame. I just think it's adorable and super versatile. Remember, there's words that come with it that you can cut out yourself. But you can stamp a sentiment on the bottom of that. It's just really cute. You can use it as like a nest, like I always say, for your image, right? So there we go. So adding on that white glitter cardstock kisses from Simon Says Stamp. There we are. Super cute stuff. Now with my gnome, actually, let's go ahead and I'm going to add this to a piece of pure poppy cardstock that's cut like about 1/8 of an inch larger than that photo frame. And I don't know the measurement, but it's, measure the photo frame. It's going to be about 1/8 of an inch larger. So it's got a bit of a border. And that's that pure poppy cardstock again. The nice thing about it is it's nice and thick, so it's stabilizing. Adds a little bit of, thickness to your design. Dimension, I guess. And I'm going to add some paper to the inside now of that photo frame. And I just think it's just another way to use this photo frame, right? And there is my paper. It has XOXO all over it and like tiny little XOXOs. So now on the inside, I'm going to stamp a sentiment from that XOXO stamp set. There it is. I love the fonts on this. I'm using my Misty because, that's what I do. So it's going to say Happy Valentine's Day, stamping it roughly in the middle with VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. There we go. Remember, this takes a little bit to dry so you can smear it, but it gives you such a crisp image that I just love it. You can't go wrong with this ink. It really is my favorite. There we go. And, that's the joys of a Misty. You can re-stamp things that don't come out perfectly. And there we go. So it's just so pretty. So now I'm going to add a strip of paper from that 6-inch Lots of Love paper pad from Doodlebug. Now remember, you can use whatever Valentine paper you like, right? So there's a 1-inch strip, and then I cut a strip of Pure Poppy cardstock, about a 1/8 of an inch larger. I'm just trying to get it straight. So it's kind of, got like it's a matted piece of paper, So I'm going to add that on. Just makes it pop a little bit, and I will trim off that overhang with a pair of scissors. There we go. So it's lots of fun. And I say lots of fun a lot, right? I don't know. I also say the word cute a lot. I've got to work on my vocabulary, I guess, in these videos. So I'm just adding a Post-it on the inside so it doesn't smear up the inside of my card. So I went ahead and I cut out wings from Recollections Christmas Shimmer Pad in 6-inch, and it's just a shimmer white cardstock. And I'm going to stick those wings on the back of my gnome. Now my gnome was assembled on one of the gnome assembly videos for when these gnomes came out. I make a lot of gnomes when I'm making my assembly videos, so they're overpopulating my craft room, so I've got to use them. So there we go. So I'm adding my little gnome. Now remember, everything that I used on this gnome will be listed in my blog post, but I can tell you that I used Pure Poppy cardstock, I used that plaid polka dot, I used American Crafts gray cardstock, Smoky Shadow for the shoes from Papertrey Ink, and now I just glued down my gnome. So now I am going to add some dimension just behind the hat, because it's going to, just so it keeps it level with that Polaroid, the photo frame. And I kind of have him on an angle, which I like. I don't know, I think he looks kind of cute. So it says Kisses, and I'm going to, kind of figure out how that's going to go. There we go. I love the shine on the wings. I just think it turned out super cute. The glittery word Kisses, the shine on the wings. It just looks very pretty. There we are. So now I am pulling out these little lips, and those are from the Valentine Embellishment Cluster Dies. I cut them out of Pure Poppy cardstock from Papertrey Ink. I always say it's my favorite red, and it is. It's just a beautiful red. And I'm just going to be adding a few of these on my card front, because my sentiment on the front of my card says Kisses, right? So I'm going to have the little lips on there. I just thought that would be fun. So I'm going to add them in a visual triangle, right? Odd numbers. And so 2 in the lower right and 3 in the upper left. There we go. Using these, I think these little adhesive squares are from Scrapbook Adhesives, something like that. They're a little bit lower in height to my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, but there we go. Isn't that cute? Just too cute. Now on the inside, because I have them, I'm going to add a few of these little lips, because of course you're going to, right? I'm going to use my embellishment wand to pick them up, and that Bearly Art glue to glue them down in place. And so I'll add the 3 different sizes. And I just think it looks pretty darn cute, right? So I'm going to add some Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle to each of these lips on the outside, just so these look more like embellishments. So I'm going to add the Clear Sparkle first, and then I'm going to seal in that Clear Sparkle with some glossy accents. And remember, that takes a while to dry. It kind of goes on cloudy, but then you get a nice high shine, clear shine that's beautiful. And especially with that layer of, that shimmer underneath, it looks so pretty. So the rule is, though, you got to put this off to the side and don't touch it, because you're going to wreck it. And I know that because I do it all the time. Sometimes I'll put it off to the side and accidentally put a piece of paper on top. You don't want to do that either. So, put this off to the side and walk away and let it dry. So there we go. So thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you head over to the Jada Blossom blog and check out all of the inspiration over there, and get shopping maybe to get your hands on some of these amazing products. So thank you for watching, and we will see you soon in my next video. Bye, everybody.